Hi, I'm Alex, I'm 29. I was diagnosed with bowel cancer when I was 24. I just want to share my story and hope to give you inspiration to continue a normal life. So, it's been 5 years now since I was taken into hospital as an emergency, and I was told of the possibility of having a stoma. When I woke up from my first operation, I had the stoma, but I was also told after a second operation I might be able to have a reversal. So when I woke up from the second operation and I had the stoma still, I was told it was permanent and that I would have it for the rest of my life. Before my operations, I think I wasn't able to prepare for anything that was coming my way. Everything just happened so fast that I couldn't register to anything. So when I woke up with a stoma and everything started to process, I began to get scared. I was just worried about being able to play the sports that I play, being able to go out and meet new people, and just live a normal life in general. At the start of having a stoma, I felt very unattractive, and I didn't want to show anyone my body, and I didn't like it. It wasn't until time went on and I got used to my body that I realised I wasn't that bothered what other people thought and just got myself out there again. I had lots of negative feelings and I ended up feeling really depressed, which led me to alcohol, and I started pushing everyone that I loved away from me, including my parents and my friends. It wasn't until one day that I hit a turning point, realised these things, and with being a strong-minded person, I just cut everything out. I did my best to bring these people back into my life. And I now have positive feelings on it, and as a lot of people said to me, I've learnt that it's removed the cancer, and I don't have to spend all day sat on a toilet. It's really good, and with the help of my family and my friends, it's really pulled me through and made me feel really positive about having a stoma and leading a normal life. This is my ileostomy. It comes from the small bowel. You can also get colostomies. They come from a large bowel and are commonly on the other side. Mine is a permanent stoma, but in many cases they are temporary. After my surgery, there was two main things to deal with. One was the pain after the surgery, but that eased over time with the pain relief that was given to me. The other one was dealing with the stoma, which there's no pain in that, there's no nerve endings, so it was absolutely fine. And the stoma team, which were fantastic, helped me learn to maintain my bag, change my bag, and clean around the stoma to keep it healthy. They were very helpful. They literally answered any question, and they don't let you leave hospital until you're 100% confident changing your bag by yourself. You get regular reviews and their phone number as well, to which you can call them at any time. Don't get frustrated with trying to find your right bag. It took me a little while to find mine, but that's where your stoma team comes in. They helped me by giving me many products to try to suit my body, and after time I found the right one, and it works perfectly with my stoma. The dietitian will bring you information on what foods you can and can't eat, but with trial and error you'll probably find what foods suit you best. Feeling it work, that all depends on what you eat. There's some foods out there which don't digest as well as others, and you can feel them. You may be worried about smells and noises. I wasn't personally concerned about the smells because you're wearing a stoma bag, and the stoma bags come with built-in filters. And with regards to noises, I was a bit self-conscious about them, but as time goes by, you kind of realise that everybody makes these noises. Ours is just in a bag, so it shouldn't really make that much difference. So with regards to having to change anything in your lifestyle, you don't. You fit the bag in and around your current lifestyle. The only thing is you do have an option of being able to use a disabled toilet, which is a bit more comfortable when it comes to changing your stoma. But again, it's just an option. But the stoma team will provide you with a radar key, just in case. This is where I keep my supplies. I have my rubbish bag. I have my dry wipes. I have my wet wipes. I have my adhesive remover. And I have my stoma bag. Now to empty a stoma bag, you just undo these flaps. Empty it. Close it up. And you're on your way. When I go out, I usually take a bag as a precaution, but it is very rare I have to do more than emptying it. In regards to your hobbies, just crack on. I play rugby and I like to take the hits and I like to give the hits as well. I also do flag football, which is a lot of running around, and exercising is a big part of my life. The only thing I have to do for exercise is wear a support belt. This protects me from a hernia and gives me the protection and comfort I need to do my exercise and play rugby. At first I was nervous to do stomach crunches with a stoma, but you can do them. And you can also go swimming as well. I mean, when I go on holiday, I just take my top off and dive in the pool. You just got to be confident in yourself. When travelling abroad, I personally tend to take double stock just to give me a bit of comfort. I'll also put this stock into hand luggage to make sure it's safe. And you can also get yourself a travel certificate which just explains to people that you're carrying this medical supplies. You can also, if you wanted to, get an aisle seat closest to the toilet, just in case. But personally, I've never had a problem with this and never had any issues with my stoma while flying, and I've flown several times. When travelling on your UK holidays, just take double stock. Other than that, you don't need anything else. It's just like being at home. I've got a very physical job in which I make HGV trailers. I haven't had to make any changes to what I do when I'm at work. All I've done is make my company aware that I have a stoma, just in case I need to disappear and maybe change my stoma. But I keep supplies at work and I've never had to use them. When I first got my stoma, I was a bit self-conscious about what clothes I wore, so I was wearing baggy clothes. It wasn't until I got more and more comfortable with my bag that I started wearing my old clothes again. As far as your social life goes, it doesn't affect that in any way. It's just a confidence thing. I still go out with my mates, go for a drink, and I can meet new people. I'm very open about my stoma, so I tell anyone and everyone, and I've even got a name, and it's called Percy. And that seems to put a smile on people's faces. So when I go out and I meet new people, I'll be very honest, I'll tell them straight away. As I grew more confident with myself and the help of my friends and my family, it really helped in honesty, being honest about having a stoma to new people, anyone I bumped into, really helped me as well, especially when it came to new relationships. I met someone and I've had a son through being honest about everything from the start, and it's probably the best thing I could have done. I was given a second chance at life to live a full, healthy life full of all the experiences I wanted to do, and now it's your turn to go out and do that, so go live your life.